fucking tub. Very cool. Very cool, mother. Cool. I feel the sound bites cutting out because of how I should really set up the live stream thing and see if I can connect it to videos so I can put like tags and shit in on the stream. Well, I wonder how loud I sound compared to the. Yeah, sound pretty fair. Just gotta talk a little louder. Fuck! Oh. I have to turn this down even a little bit more. It's a bit eerie even for me. That boy who it is. Playing a classic? Yeah, I know. My cousin gave me Metroid Fusion. I got a Game Boy when I was like 4 or 5. And the first game for it was a game called like, it was called like F30 something. I don't know. It was basically just a F15 but like weird naval fighter. I don't know. It was a completely fake game, but it was like one of those like 2D flights and things almost. And then he gave me Metroid Zero Mission, and I played Zero Mission, and then he gave me Fusion, and I have no idea what happened to Fusion. I think he might have taken it, actually, when he was over recently. But I never really completed Fusion. That game was a little bit more complex. Zero Mission was like a quicker game. I want to see if I can get an SNES ROM and play Super Metroid, because I was watching a lot of speedruns from it, from Oats and Goats, and I kind of want to play it. This game was a little bit more straightforward. I'm gonna turn out damages. There we go, a little bit more. Do I go up here? I think I do. Like my War Thunder videos? Thanks. Yeah, I don't know, it's pretty simple editing. I don't really go over the top. I like having a more straightforward point, or having my voice explain it, or you know, my meme videos are completely different. Those are a little easier to do versus some serious commentary, because like, why waste the time making serious commentary videos when I only had like 20 subscribers and like nobody's ever gonna watch those videos? If I have opinions that I want people to get out, you know, I want people to hear it, not just to be buried years later to be consumed when it's already out of date, you know. Using my Xbox controller for this. Always hated that little worm boss, so stupid. If you don't kill him, because if you goof up or you don't have enough missiles, he'll just run away, and then you can't get it later. I actually believe you can get it later, but I never really... Ooh, see if I can do this. Does it not work on this block? Oh. Oh, it's too small. The sound cuts out. Such an old game. It's meant, like, I was just playing it on my Game Boy. I was like, I want to download a ROM of this. Oh, it's gonna freeze here for a second, isn't it? Yeah, of course it's gonna fucking freeze. I don't know why it does that. Probably because it's a ROM and the save states are all goofed. I don't know. Like, you can just tell that the sound was not meant for a for a computer. It was meant for an old kind of audio system. I've actually got the controls for movement set to both the Xbox, like the joystick, and the keypad. So when I'm running and I want more accurate aim without having to press LB, I can just do it automatically. Or if I feel like I'm being more precise, I can use LB when like I'm stationary, say like if I'm fighting a crate or something. Was over here. Oh shit. Like that. I have my thumb on the joystick part, the thumbstick, whatever you want to call it. I am your fan. My biggest fan. There was one guy who commented the other day. He's commented on one of my videos. He said, "Can we be friends?" Well, okay, that was kind of weird. Let's just join the Discord or something like that. I'm not gonna save. I don't need to save. Part of the game is literally just a tutorial. My cousin had Metroid Prime, and the first one on GameCube or whatever, and I wish I would have played it, but when I was young and I was watching him play it, some of the monsters in that game scared the shit out of me. Some of the music, like the Phantom Pirates or whatever the hell they were. The music, it just fucking scared me. I never played it. I should play it. I don't know if he still has his GameCube, but... Come on, there's more of you? There you are. Nope, not enough. Come on. What if I can... Nope. I just jump right into that. That part was kind of useless. Whoop. Norfair. Okay, so I gotta go down to Norfair. And when I get to that, then I have to go up the other side of Norfair to the Chozo ruins to get Power Grip. If I remember correctly. I gotta go. Oh yeah, I gotta go this way. Yeah, I'll make more videos of War Thunder. Starving for creative genius right now. Got a couple of video ideas of mine. I haven't been in the mood to play it. Mainly because what I just did is I wanted to play Naval. So I G'd the Portland, and now I'm completely out of Silver Lions. So one guy in an older video wanted to see me make a video on the CV90-120 and give my opinion on it, basically. And I can't purchase the CV90. I have it researched, but the other thing is that right now Sweden just got spiked in repair costs, so now I'm fucking broke. I don't really want to play something that's going to make me go bankrupt. Waiting for some of these other sales to come on for War Thunder. Maybe buy a premium or something. I have plenty of premium time. I don't want to play something that requires me to play an expensive vehicle and/or a lineup that results in me going fucking broke, basically. Right now, I just don't want to deal with that shit. I'm just gonna play the whole game through today, basically, and be done with it. I'll save now that I'm down in Norfair. I gotta go this way. Oh. Yeah. They don't even tell you, but you have to fucking backtrack to get Power Grip. Nope, not this way. The new Swedish Leopard 2A6 tank holds up. Shit. Yeah, it does, but currently, it's not even spaded, and currently for me it's about 26,000 to repair. They just did the J32 a fucking disservice by making it 22,000, I think, and it's spaded. I believe 22 or 23. And what frustrates me about it is that it's not really that good of an aircraft, because there's some premiums that are 5 times less, like the Shenyang F5, which are equal in performance when it comes to acceleration, and they can accelerate right up to it, and it has missiles that can blap you out of the sky, because you're not maneuverable enough to really deal with a MiG. So it's just kind of doing the whole plane a disservice. The J35 is a lot cheaper now. They made the plane before it more expensive for some reason, because they're assholes, and so now it's harder for people to get to the J35. The J35 still doesn't have RB24Js, which it kind of needs, because AIM-9Bs are really fucking mediocre, and they just don't work. So, well, I didn't go. Shit. I don't know. It just bothers me. Well, it's not really a 2A6. It's like an upgraded 2A5 basically. It's roughly, as from what I've been told, effectively the same as a 2A6. The difference being is that the composite armor on the outside of the 122 falls off, but the 2A6 internally kind of has that extra like 100 millimeters of effectiveness almost. So that's what I've been told by people who served on not necessarily the 2A6, but served on, you know, 2A4, 2A5s, and they just know the tank, because, you know, it's in their army. They gotta know something about it. So, not giving exact numbers, but the obvious effectiveness is very, very similar. Yeah. Of course, it's gonna freeze again. I don't think I can go this way, can I? No, it's a speed booster. But yeah, I don't know. What the hell is this for? Oh, speed boost. Yeah, like, it's a good tank. It's just the whole lineup. A friend of mine sent me a post. Some guy did in the forums. Now, it's his recommended lineup for most nations, so you can compare them all. But, what was it? The Italians used to have the most expensive lineup. For me, spaded, it was roughly 70 to 80,000. Now, I think it would be 80,000 now with a Centauro MGS, because I have all 3 Arietis. My pre-series is not spaded, so it may just be an extra 1,000 SL once spaded. I've got the automatic, the Sida Mistral, and the Centauro Romor. Not the AGS. I have the M22. The chassis. Yeah, you actually won't pierce it. On the hull, there's on my video, if you want to go watch at some point, I showed that it's got the 100mm composite, but it actually falls off after 2 to 3 shots. At least from an Ariete, which is the most powerful round, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of universal. And basically it will, doesn't this fall? It'll take a couple of shots and then it'll fall off, and then you basically just turn into a regular 2A5, so you can actually pen it once that's gone. Maybe at range you might not notice it, but you will know when you shoot it, maybe say a 4th time in the hull, and it actually penetrates. At least that's how it's supposed to work, because I mean, we were testing with an Ariete after all, but it is possible that it could with the Abrams it could be different, because the Ariete has the best shell, so it's possible it just could have been coincidental that even after it was gone, Ariete still penned. But I'm pretty sure I've had it happen with the Abrams. Just I Can't really confirm or deny right now. Where was I supposed to go? Oh yeah. So I do need to go there. Fuck. Holy shit. Why didn't that fucking... Shit. Holy shit, that was close. Waste beam. Yeah, it's just, as I was saying, so Italy used to have almost an 80,000 silver lion lineup, that I personally calculated with my nearly spaded lineup, with, what do you call it? And that's like the most vehicles. Obviously, there's a lot of gold involved with crew slots and whatnot, but, they updated their repair costs, and now stock they have like a 50. I don't remember the exact number. It was posted a while ago in the War Thunder chat and a friend server, but basically, Sweden now has the most expensive lineup at 81,000 stock. And that's with this given amount of vehicles. But for Sweden, it's a lot easier because they don't have that many vehicles. I mean, they have a lot of top-tier vehicles, but it's a little more rudimentary. And unlike Italy, where you can, you know, swap things out, or say Russia, or pretty much any major nation that has a lot of stuff that you can swap out to use, that's still somewhat viable at 10.3, even if it's a little lower in BR. Like the Russians, all the 9.7s, like the T-72B and the T-72A can be used as 10.3 tanks. You know, so the lineups were a bit rudimentary, and I probably, actually, that's actually a good video idea. I could have done a video on it back when it was a little more relevant, but, I mean, the repair costs are the same. I might actually record some of that later after this. I want to finish this game today. That's pretty much the whole live stream, so, fuck. What was I saying? Fuck. I can't make this jump. Jesus. Okay, there we go. So, like, the stock, I believe, because again, like I'm saying, I'm pretty sure he was talking about stock lineups. The stock lineup for Sweden is 81,000 with basically all their rank 7 vehicles, and I think some of the vehicles that were in there are rank 6, but it doesn't matter because they still have pretty insane repairs, and it's just ridiculous. There's no reason for any nation to have super expensive, because, like, I played it after my first match in War Thunder after the economy change was in Sweden, and I got steamrolled by T-80Us and T-80Bs and T-64s that were in a squad on Sinai, because my whole fucking team just got slaughtered. And I went and I checked the repair costs. The T-80s, which are more effective than some MBTs in War Thunder, and I would argue the 122B actually itself, because of the ammunition and how the Russians just have better velocity, better travel time, and in some form of, in my own opinion, between that and DM-33, I would say better penetration. And they're like, I mean, I don't own a spaded T-80U, I own a near spaded T-80B and T-64B, and all those fucking Soviet MBTs, and you have multitudes of them, are all under like 5K stock. Like, it's ridiculous that they even consider that in any form balanced. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die here. Okay, we need to focus here for a second. No. Fuck. No, and I just hit him. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, it's just, it's so stupid. I can't fucking fathom why they thought that would be balanced. It just kind of pisses me off, really. It's so stupid that the nation with arguably the most MBTs in the game can just basically just spam MBTs whenever they feel like it, and they're dirt cheap. and they're still really effective because they're still mobile. They're still T80s for crying out loud. T72s have better mobility than T64B, so I don't know. To me, it's kind of it's just a problem because they all play on the same side. So unless you're playing Sweden directly, and you usually get America and Britain and Russia versus Germany and Sweden and Japan, and Italy, which is usually what happens. And I don't know why they make the lineups that have better vehicles that can support the main force of the German players in a match more expensive, because it's like nobody's ever going to want to play them and search through them if they're borderline unplayable. Like, stock repair of an Arietti with the M33 is terrible. You don't have armor. You're just going to get fucking penned all the time. It's not like you're a 2A5. Your armor isn't upgraded through a modification that is effective in the hull, at least. Obviously, you've got the turret armor, and then the PSO has the side armor, which saves you a couple of times, but it's not guaranteed. Come on, buddy. And I don't know, it's just really frustrating to me. It's just stupid. Because they're fun vehicles. The CV90, I kind of understand, needed a repair. Because, granted, it is a vehicle that can get shot and hull broken, and you're like, well, you just paid $12,000 for nothing. Most of the time, you can at least do something before you die in it. I've never played the CV90 and ended up just wasting my life, basically. I've always done something beforehand, but again, it's player to player. Friends of mine just drive out in the open, and they die, and they're in an IFV that's not tier appropriate, and they're just like, what the fuck? It's like, well, you just drove out in a European province into the open, and thermal's in the game now. You can't just fucking do that. You gotta play like an actual tank crew. You have to be careful what you're doing, where you're going. It just doesn't work. Doesn't compute. Some people are stuck in the old way of playing War Thunder. Well, the game's changed. You can't play the game the same way that you could. It's just not. It's not gonna work. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. I don't know. It just bothers me a lot. It's just there's a lot of common sense that people don't have in War Thunder, and it plays into allowing some of the bullshit that happen. You know, it's very draining. It's very draining.
Another new M1A2 Abrams, more armored in the chassis because it's very weak there.
Personally, from what I know of the Abrams, I think that the hull is always kind of that value. The only difference I've seen is the later M1A2 upgrades are rumored to have more inserts, but the SEP V3 that you see a lot on YouTube now has actual blocks exterior that don't cover the whole thing. They cover about 70% of it. As not to be too protruding and like getting dirt stuck in it and whatnot, probably for maintenance reasons, but that's always going to be weak. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. Abrams isn't a impenetrable tank by any means. Turret, I mean, most MBTs, the mindset is to not be having your hull exposed. Well, the Russians played into having more angling and being low profile so they can have their hulls exposed if they have to be on the offensive. So come on, go down. I kind of hope that they add another version of the Abrams in the same form they kind of did with the Arietti. Come on. There we go. Fuck. Oh. There we go. gonna get this right. There we go. I got it. Like, say we've got the M1A2 in game, and I'm just comparing this to the Ariete because I have a lot of experience with those tanks. The production Ariete has the war kit armor, which it was just a turret upgrade where it got composite screens to give it a little bit more protection. And the PSO, while it being the same tank, they made it a second Ariete because just giving them one production Ariete would have just severely undermined their ability to work in the game. So they have the PSO being separate. What I would think with the M1A2 and actually kind of the M1A1 because it does get it would be the Tusk kit, and so you get it as a modification on the M1A1 and the M1A2. However, you get because Tusk is just an upgrade kit for urban warfare. Actually, I'll continue that in a second. Let me focus. I hate this boss fight. Fuck. Come on. Oh, I probably needed one more. Shit! Fuck! Nope, I'm really gonna fuck up now. What? I jumped up to it. How the... Okay, now I'm really fucking up. There we go. I really did need one missile. Son of a bitch. Okay. This is pointless. I don't know why I go down here. Shit, what was I saying? Do you like... I like the Ariete personally. I have the M1A2 as well. But when it comes to a bigger issue I can get into in a minute, I prefer the Ariete, but what was I saying? So like the M1A2 and the M1A1 would get Tusk, and then they had another version of the M1A2 which has the SEP upgrade. Now we're getting to extremely modern territory here, so obviously that shit's probably still highly secret, and I don't even think a leak. It would just be all theory, which is kind of the problem. But obviously, Gaijin could end up balancing shit, because they do it, they've done it rudimentary as well. They made turret rings sit higher in all the MATs, including the Russians, to balance weak spots a little more. So, they don't exactly shy away from that. So I think that would be a good thing to kind of end the US MBT line with. Because I would like them to have the Tusk upgrade, because while it makes them heavier, I don't play the Abrams offensively in a manner that requires me to have speed. I mean, with how shit works, I mean, if you're playing on a small map, you're on a small map already, speed really doesn't fucking matter. And if you're on a big map, well, people are going to hit you farther out because they're usually more open, so I don't really see a reason for it, because people are like, oh, I'd weigh it down a ton. It's like, well, the SJRV is weighed down a ton, but it's still basically a 285. So I should probably have saved there. Whoops. Ugh. Yeah, so I would like the Abrams to have Tusk. I'd be more inclined to play the Abrams if they had the Tusk upgrade. Mainly because a lot of people like to bring the BMPs up in a higher tier because they're a lot cheaper now, and they're also lower tier, which kind of played into it. So I would like some sort of preventative measure, basically. Oh, I got a shine. I don't have that. Alright, I'll come back for that E-tank. Yeah, but my favorite tank in the game would be the Ariete, because it takes a lot of skill and awareness to play it. Oh shit. The people that say it's bad just don't know how to... That froze there for a second. They just don't know how to play the game. Really, they don't know how to play that vehicle, I should say, not play the game. They're not bad by any means, it's just the Ariete is a top tier MBT that doesn't have the reload of something like the Type 90 of the Leclerc, because while they arguably have less effective armor in some respects, the Leclerc has good turret armor, because you can dink shots with it, but you don't really have a significant advantage over anybody other than the fact that you have the highest spending round in the game, which the Leclerc almost beats you by. And I like how this is damaging him. Very funny. And the only thing you have is that round, and so you have to play very cautiously. You have to be very aware. You kind of have to sound whore because you don't want to get dropped on. You have no armor. You have nothing to rely on other than your round, and well, the thing you're responsible for is for aiming the gun and being, you know, killing things. You want to kill or it's either kill or be killed for that tank. It's basically the mentality. Shit, going the wrong way. And I think that's what people don't realize about it, is that it's not, you really can't rely on the armor. At longer ranges against some lower end guns like 105s and shit, maybe, but otherwise it's really nothing will ever save you. The only thing that'll save you is you shooting first and you seeing people first. It's all about awareness in that tank, which is why I tell people they need to play the Italian line, get up to the Arietes, and even then some of the things prior to it, play them, because in my opinion, I think if you play Italy, you get much better at the game. Because you really have to rely on awareness. That's just my opinion. Very good tanks, but sadly, you're drawn down by the Germany Suffers division, which, like, I had a match on Tunisia, and teammates were complaining that the Americans were overpowered and the Abrams was OP, and so was the T-80. I'm like, well, you guys are sitting on a relatively small version of this map where we're fighting across the dried riverbed, and you're shooting at each other, and they've got the what is it? They've got the turret cheek armor. You know, they've got the hull down advantage over you, and just constantly driving to the same spot, getting shot at by the same player isn't gonna change anything. You're gonna lose, and it's kind of that mentality that bothers me about playing the Ariete, because you have to rely on yourself, and you're already playing a pretty difficult vehicle to handle. Like I said, no armor and whatnot, so relying entirely on awareness. You've got to rely on yourself even more, because your teammates are just not going to do anything. They're not going to pull through. They're just going to sit there and bitch that the Abrams is overpowered, and nothing's ever going to get done, and you're probably going to lose. Oh, well, that's cheeky. Oh, it's already over there. Whoops. I see. Shit! Oh, okay, maybe I'll just come back to that. I don't really need it. That's funny. Okay, need to get down to Crade, which requires me to not fuck about like what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I don't have it. I knew where to go, and then now I can't find that area. I'm losing my mind. Isn't it down one? No, I'm going the wrong fucking way. Oh, I can't believe I made that. Yeah, it's just the downside of the Arietti is just having to deal with you just having to get the people that bitch the most, pretty much, is what happens. Because then if I play America, I'm gonna get swarmed all the time and destroyed by everybody, because it's just gonna be me and fucking Britain. So that's why I don't. Oh yeah, I gotta go this way. Yeah, it's just it's a drain. Because then you've also got an expensive lineup. No, tanks don't bore me. I'm paying half attention to this game, so. Fuck. This stream's so damn long. Holy shit. Okay, now I can save. Jesus. Kill me, your friend. Yeah, you go to America and I'm sure you could find a museum or something. I've never really gone to like a tank show or something. I've never really gone to anything like that. Whoa! Look at that. I did that earlier. Okay, now I gotta fucking focus right here. Oh, I forgot to hit you, son of a... Fuck! Oop. Whew. My controller doesn't allow me to really spam rockets. It was a little more difficult than I wanted it to be. Fuck. Oh. I had to run through the whole thing. I goofed it. Son of a bitch. I always do that. There we go. Jeez, I can never do that right the first time. Well, I watched a lot of speed running, so I kind of learned a couple of the tricks and shit. Oh, fuck me. That's just what I wanted to... Oh, come on. I was, back when I was working during the winter, we had a lot of downtime. I probably beat this game like 30 times in a week. It's just, you know, your phone gets boring. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. What? I can't do it on that wall? Okay. Come on. Okay. Try the hands. Come on. I just did it. I can only get it 3 times in a row. Come on. Stupid directional shit. Oh, I almost had it that time. Come on. Whatever. Let's do this. Don't you knock me off. There we go. Jesus. Save the frames. Ay, yay. That was stupid. I couldn't fucking wall jump. I don't even know how that works, but it's not supposed to be intentional. This is the one guy that was just jumping up against a wall one day back in 2007. He was like, "Oh, I know how this works." On all. Oh, right there I do it flawlessly. Like it was fucking instinct. I never plugged my phone in. That's how I'm reading chat. Sadly, when I put it sideways, it comes up, and then I gotta re-tap it. Fuck. Tag some of these recharges. I added everybody. Oh well. I was kinda hoping some of my friends would have watched, but they're all being bastards, all being weird. Everyone's locked inside doing nothing, and they decide never to set their computer. Very funny. Come on. No, now I need to go to Norfair? Yes, I do. I hate print stars. So dumb. Fuck. Come on. I want a power grab. Jesus. Alright, full. This day I still need a mini-map, even though I played it 50 million times. Come out. Come on. I want the lower Norfair theme from Metroid, Super Metroid to be in this game, rather than this shitty Norfair theme. Love when it freezes. Very cool. Very fun. What? Fuck you. Whoa. Heyo. High jump. Oh yeah. Oh, can't go there. Oh, I never went back for that fucking E-tank. Son of a... I'm all the way here in Norfair, and I never went back for that E-tank in Crate. Fuck. Wait, there was a way to break this. Oh, I just remember. I used to just do this. Oh, shit. I just cheesed the fuck out of that. Oh man. Once I learned about wall jump in this game like a year ago, oh, it was all over. It's all over. It's all ogre now. Oh, you can do that. It's all ogre now. back up to Brinstar. I might go down to Crade. Actually, no, I'm not even, I wasn't even close to that area in Crade, was I? Probably wasn't. How do you... How do you select to change areas? Yeah. What area? I think it was... No, it was right... Okay, yeah. It was right down at the bottom of Crate. Okay. I like E-tanks, so I'm gonna go pick that up. Because I suck at this game. Suck at dodging. Yeah, that was it for now. Yep. That's where Varia's suit is, so... I'll go stop at Crate before I go down to Varia. Haha! I did it! First try! Oh my god. I practiced that shit for hours. I can't believe I just fucking did that. Oh no, don't tell me I'm stuck though. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, that's great. I just jump cut over to Crade. Perfect. Wow. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful shot right there. I'm so happy. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of myself right now. That was hilarious. Nobody's gonna fucking see it. Oh well. These were shine blocks, aren't they? Yeah. Oh! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! I'm so glad I just did that. I'm a chronic saver. When I left, they all fucking dipped out of the other server. They probably will, like, probably would have watched this. Oh, these games. Whoa! Oh! 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 Sucker! Excuse me. Hey, where is that thing? No, it's on this. Aha! pretty sure that's the only way they intentionally wanted me to do that, but I don't know. What's the point of this? Oh yeah. Missile tank. I am never going to get that super missile. I swear I can never do that. I am not carrying a fucking shine spark or whatever the fuck it's called up there. Yeah. What am I doing? My hands are not coordinating correctly with what I want to do. Oh, that's right. I forgot with high jump I can jump now with this. Why don't they? What? I thought they were supposed to carry over. Whatever. Bullshit. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. How did I do this last time? No. I did this once before. I cheesed it, and I don't remember how. Okay, not what I did, but oh, close enough. Come on. What? I just decided not to jump, I guess. Okay. Come on. Literally cheesed that one time with bombs, but mic's still working, right? Is it working? Yes. When, oh, okay, yeah, sorry. How far down was it? There it is. Definitely saving. Fuck that. It's back down to Norfair. Whoops. Wrong way. Don't know where that wants me. That's in Norfair, huh? Isn't that the entrance to Ridley, though? Which is technically lower Norfair. But they named it Ridley and gave it a shitty soundtrack instead of just using another remix of the Super Metroid version. Which is way fucking better. For some reason I feel like with high jump I lose momentum. That's weird. I'll see me like more of a vertical. I'm stupid. Why didn't I just keep running? I'm gonna see if you wanted to watch the live stream. Me playing Metroid.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it. Where is it? Announcement.
Yeah, it's an announcement. It'll just be slightly delayed behind what I'm doing. Oh fuck! Come on, come on, come on! Oh. And save it. No. I goofed that. Whatever. Just fucking... I know those are speed blocks. Or they're not. They're not speed blocks? Okay. Come on. Fuckers. I thought those were speed blocks. Whatever. All these fucking bug things. Jesus.
This isn't the original Metro, is it?
No, this is Zero Mission. I think you can actually play the original Metroid on this some way somehow. I think it's like in the main menu after you beat the game once. But it's really not that fun to me, honestly. The original one. It's very boring. It's just this, but it's like just so fucking retro. It's not even fun.
But the ending.
Yeah, probably different.
Well, have you never seen the ending?
But yeah, when everyone finds out she's a dude, she's not a dude.
Yeah.
Because there's a fucking girl in a bikini. And like, they go, what? Fuck. My movement. I'm getting pinned on that thing.
How many people are watching me right now? 3.
Huh?
I was wondering how many people are actually watching this. There's 3.
3? Really? My
Yeah.
Nvidia thinks there's 2.
Well, there's 2 people being active in chat.
Oh, now it pops up. Hi. What the fuck? I have my phone charging sideways so like I can't see shit. Yeah, well my phone counts as 1, so nothing like classics then. No, it's not my first time playing. I've played like 50 times. Literally, I probably played this like 20 or so times in a week during the winter. At work. I don't even know why I went up there. This is a missile tank. Where have I gotta go? Yeah.
So, are you excited for Halo 2?
Yeah, I like the Halo 2 campaign. But Halo 2 had the mission where you could get the Scarab gun, right? In the city? Or was that Halo 3? That was Halo 2.
Yeah, that's Halo 2, and there's also a gun, skull for it now.
There's a skull for it?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? What? Everything gets a Scarab gun?
Yeah, every weapon in the game has the Scarab gun ability.
That's kind of funny. Dual SMGs?
Yeah, it does that.
That's funny.
The battle rifle fires a 3-round burst of Scarab. I actually have to I'll actually have to test that because on the console the Scarab gun will actually crash the game. Like full on hard lock the Xbox. Because and it only does it for the plasma rifle. Like if you pick up a plasma rifle and have the Scarab skull on it, crashes the console.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my first Metroid game too, dude. This fucking. I can download the ROM for Fusion, but I could probably play Fusion now. Fucking game was confusing as hell as a kid. So much shit.
Why not get one of the newer Metroids?
I think I can get an emulator for Prime for the GameCube on Vim's Lair. I could probably do that.
What about one of the recent ones from like the early 2000s?
Those games are terrible. Metroid Other M or whatever, the one that's like a side-scrolling one, is fucking stupid. Fuck! What? That's right, I can't jump sideways. Okay. I can't do this. This is such a... There we go.
You can actually wall jump.
Yeah, yeah. I actually, because I was watching a speed run of it, and like the shine spark. The shine spark's the thing where like you carry the charge, right? Because there's the thing in Super Metroid, with the power bombs or whatever, where you get the full health when you have like a certain amount of power bombs, and super missiles and shit. And I only knew about wall jumping after watching a what do you call it, a speed run of this game, and I only just started like being able to do that. And last time I played on my Game Boy, I actually cheesed a section of the game doing it. Fuck. Okay, I gotta wait for you. Come back. Yeah, there we go. Jesus. Sometimes my movement is so fucked. I can't. Oh. There we go. Although the wall jumping in this game seems a little bit more rudimentary than it was in Super Metroid from what I've seen in the speedruns. Because in that game, the animations are just slower because it's an older game. So it's easier to time the frame for getting Samus to do a wall jump. This game, it seems a little bit more of a pain in the ass. Fuck. Oh. Super miss... Yeah, I can't go there yet. I have it set preferable so I can use the Xbox's D-pad for when I want a little bit more preciseness, because I can use LB for the shoulder movement. But like when I'm running, I can use the actual thumbstick to combine the two buttons, basically. But when it comes to being more precise, I want to... Oh, like that. 'Cause if I don't use the thumbstick on that, I'm fucked.
I'll see you, Nono.
Nice to meet you, too. After watching people play Super Metroid, I like the music of Norfair so much better in that game. Because they reused it in Prime. They redid it for Prime when you're in the... It's not Norfair in that game, but it's a volcanic thing. Like section. Come on. This is where I get wave beam. Fuck yeah. Really sucks is Nvidia doesn't... Shadowplay doesn't work in sync with YouTube. Like when you go to the YouTube studio and you want to like maybe set up like a playlist or tags and shit, you have to go do that manually after you start the stream. So I'm thinking like when I start to do that, I just start the stream, I pause it, and then...
Like every other streamer does.
Yeah, well, like John does the thing where he has the overlay playing, but he has it connected to OBS. He doesn't use Shadowplay.
Yeah, no,
Miles
but, like,
does.
Yeah, but it's like that's why when you see like all the streamers, they like take like a 5 minute break.
Yeah.
Well, there's like maybe a 5 or 10 minute thing. Unless like your Project Melody, where it's like a 15 minute wait.
Hey guys, I'm putting my strap-on in VR chat.
No, that's actually just a Twitch stream. It's like a 15 minute wait.
That was the fastest I've ever done that. I'm thoroughly impressed with myself. Wait, where's the... Aha! Woo! After watching people speedrun these games, I just know like all the little like quirks and stuff. And, like even if I don't consciously remember it, I'll just like know. For some reason, I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. There's this one shine spark up in the crater area, and you have to time it like on a certain piece of a pixel of like one of the block chunks, because you have to do like a diagonal shine spark, and if you mistime the jump height or like the horizontal, you won't be able to carry the shine spark to another platform, and it allows you to just basically just cheese to this area really early on to get super missiles. But I found a different area to do that by accident, actually, on my own. It was so stupid because I tried redoing it on one of my GameCube versions and I couldn't fucking do it. Totally not a throwback to